So, this is the Personal Brand Business Show, and I think it would be very easy for the listener to assume these big franchises, it's the franchise brand that takes precedence. But actually, a lot of these businesses, these franchise oriented businesses, they are local family businesses a lot of the time. Before we maybe kick into the franchise world in general, can you maybe speak to the value of the personal brand within the franchise context?
This is an important question, Bob, and I'm glad we have the space to talk about this because one of the, I'd say, pretty significant misperception that people who are new to learning about franchising think is exactly what you said, that you can just lean on the brand credit of the franchise, their name recognition, their long-standing presence in communities as your marketing tool. And there's not, and I'm not saying there is insignificance to that because it can be a great value. But as you've said, these are still local, largely family run businesses. And when you look at the people who achieve the highest levels of success, they're not just thinking this is Field of Dreams, Kevin Costner's movie Field of Dreams, where you build it and they come. And actually, I have a personal story about that. My first franchising experience was back in the mid 90s. I was a Mailboxes Etc. franchise owner. That, of course, is now the UPS store in North America. And but back then, Mailboxes Etc. was one of the largest business services franchise brands in the world, a high level of name recognition. And I still saw fellow franchisees in great locations struggle. And when you look at the culprit behind it, is because they thought that, well, I own this name brand franchise. That's the marketing that I need to do. And they even trained us in our franchise training that that's not true, that you have to be an ambassador for your business in the community. You need to canvass your territory, introduce yourself to other business owners who are potential customers, join your chamber of commerce, go to the business association lunches and meet people. So it would be unfair to say that brand isn't a big part of your marketing efforts when you're aligned with a larger franchise system. But to really make the model work and make the most of the investment in the business, it absolutely requires putting a personal face to that business in your local community. I call it marketing, but that could easily be called personal branding too.